Upstart project within the framework of participatory video was quite problematic, because one of the main aspects about participatory video is that process is supposed to be more important than the product. But I mean, essentially, we're being marked on our final product. So product really comes to kind of be more important than process, I believe, because we want to get good marks at the end of the day. I think that also has implications for the participatory relationship that we create with our Upstarters. So what it's meant to be about is that they decide what's important and they decide what goes into what you're creating, and they're meant to be there every step of the process. So essentially the authorship of the video is meant to stay with them.
Me get myself in the shot as well.
Essentially it does empower the Upstarters, and we haven't had the screenings yet, but when that happens, they're going to see themselves, they're going to hopefully kind of have a sense of solidarity about shared issues and shared problems that they face. So it does really serve a good purpose in terms of that, but I do definitely believe that it needs some form of refinement.
I've experienced a lot of exciting adventures, and also getting to know a lot of things, getting to know a lot of people, and then also to be seen and recognized as a role model by other young kids who wants to be something great in the future.
I think in terms of understanding the challenges that the Upstarters face, for me personally, I think it was just not underestimating or not assuming that, everybody has the same level of opportunity. So this is me and Sinatemba. We're just figuring out what to do right now. And yeah, hopefully he'll come up with something really cool. Being in a place where I can experience his challenges with him, I think it taught me to be a lot more empathetic. I think it's been really, really difficult because there was, that tension between being his mentor and being there for him and helping him. I hope he likes what he sees.
Don't tell me you're recording, it can't be like that.
Surprise! It was very clear to me that he needed more than just a film. He needed more than just, a nice little video to show his friends and his peers. He needed, quite a bit of guidance and just help in everyday kind of situations.
What I've learned is that it's not really easy doing a documentary or maybe taking a video. There are many things that you should consider: light, noise, everything.
Well, I think beyond all the issues that everyone else generally faced were issues during the second term when we were still trying to be acquainted with our Upstarters. We had issues with trying to get a hold of them.
We have a problem. My Upstart is not here. Don't know when I'm going to film him.
There's wind as well.
Yeah, there's lots of wind.
My Upstarter, when I eventually got to meet him, it was during the last week of second term. But there was something I wasn't quite getting from him, and that was our ability to be quite personal.
He's breaking a shell.
Wow, I can't wait for the final product.
Upstarters, it's difficult. They need to rather not be in matric.
It's been busy today. We've been planning about our day tomorrow. I think we're gonna film. It's gonna be a great day.
It's impossible to try and negotiate that with a matric student. Perhaps someone younger, 11th grade, and then they could start building that foundation phase then, and then work through matric on what that film might have covered.
Filmception.
I take it for granted that, this is work and I see it as hard work. We've done so many projects this year. But then when I was working with the Letu, he actually told me at one point, although it's work and he have to sacrifice time, it was time for him to kind of reflect on himself as well. And I took that for granted. And I realized that he was enjoying the process.
Because we've been taught over the past 2.5 years, so it's also about journalism and how you are the observer and how you're detached and how you see things in black and white. I think this experience has kind of lifted that notion, which is quite refreshing, I think, to not just be doing hard news and to not just be looking at things objectively, but to kind of delve into people's lives.
Are you cold?
You didn't, please.
You're lying, you're here shivering.
And for me, it was about meeting Tero and especially meeting his family. Like, I think that was one of the best parts for me. And it just reminded me that people are important when it comes. I mean, I know we're so crazy and busy about like deadlines and editing this and editing that, but at the end of the day, it's about the people. I just learned that you've always got to remember that there are people behind what you're doing.